It's my great pleasure to welcome you to Krakow, to 23rd WONCA Europe conference.
Good afternoon, everyone. We have just started our last session, our closing session of 23rd WONCA Europe conference. On behalf of the College of Family Physicians in Poland and conference organizer, I would like to welcome you all on this session. And we will start from a short summary of 23rd WONCA Europe conference. I will remind you that the whole event started from Vasco da Gama pre-conference, and 170 participants were presented during this conference. When we are looking into participants of the conference in Krakow, we can see that the biggest group was from Portugal, Spain, and also from the Netherlands. So I will ask you for applause for family physicians from that country. Also Finland, Poland, and United Kingdom. We had 273 oral presentations. They were divided into 55 scientific sessions, 142 workshops, more than 600 poster presentation, and also 47 one slide, 5 minutes presentation. 42 workshops were prepared by WONCA network organizations, and the main topics of workshops were education in family medicine and general practice, another topic, quality improvement and patient safety, healthcare system. Also education was the most popular topic during oral presentations. Next one, health promotion, and this is prevention, quality improvement, and patient safety. For poster presentation, cardiovascular diseases, infectious diseases, these were the subjects presented by participants of this conference. So it was really a great honor and privilege for the College of Family Physicians in Poland, for whole family doctors in Poland to have hosted the 23rd WONCA Europe conference. I hope that the scientific and social program satisfied you. We covered a broad range of topics related to family medicine and general practice, especially related to quality, efficiency, and equity. I hope that also knowledge were developed during this conference, and skills, also attitude, and this knowledge will influence the advance in our specialty. The conference, we also hope, will have a positive impact on development of family medicine and general practice in Poland for sure, but in Europe probably also. So thank you for attending the 23rd WONCA Europe conference. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome Professor Roar Magard and Professor Sławomir Chlabicz. They will speak about legacy statement of our conference, and I think it will be interesting to hear about equity in general practice and family medicine. Here you are.
Thank you very much. We are going to present the statement of this conference, and you might ask, what is such a statement? It has been a tradition that WONCA Europe would like to leave a legacy when a conference has visited a country, a city. So we had a statement in Istanbul, in Copenhagen, and in Prague, and this year we have the Krakow statement. The background for this statement is actually three issues. We had a European Commission statement last year about 20 principles and rights. Then we surely had the EQUIP position paper on equity in general practice, and now we have the Krakow conference. And these three elements we have put together in a statement that will be presented now. The title of it is Promoting Equity for Better Quality of Care for All People Living in Europe. And I will hand over to Slavomir, that has a very difficult surname, so I won't pronounce it.
Yeah. So I'm Slavomir Chlabic. Yes, I can manage this. So I would like to present the Krakow legacy statement from physicians from 58 countries attending our WONCA conference in Krakow. We physicians urge politicians, governments, and other decision makers to develop a primary healthcare system that does not vary in quality because of the patient's personal characteristics, such as their socio-economic status, gender education, ethnic origin, or geographic location. We urge family doctors around Europe to be aware of the importance of prioritizing equity when planning and delivering comprehensive holistic healthcare, which includes promoting health and well-being in addition to the management of acute and chronic health problems. We urge healthcare professionals in Europe to focus on interprofessional collaboration as a key strategy in the delivery of equitable healthcare. We urge primary healthcare organizations and the WONCA Europe member organizations to engage in collaboration with governments, policymakers, and other stakeholders to ensure equitable availability and acceptability of care for all people living in Europe. We urge undergraduate and postgraduate training to change selection process and curricula to produce an adequate and equitably distributed family medicine workforce to meet population needs. And in the end, we wish to emphasize that delivery of primary healthcare services should focus on the available resources on patients and community needs. Thank you.
The statement has been adopted and approved by WONCA Europe Executive Board and by WONCA Europe Council. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
On behalf of everyone here, I would like to thank you for this interesting and important presentations. And now I'm delighted to introduce Dr. Zbigniew Kroll, the Deputy Minister of Health. Dr. Kroll was present during the whole our conference, and now he will present the view of the Polish government on problems and challenges in development of family medicine in Poland.
Thank you very much, Professor Tomasik. Thank you very much, all organizers. I don't want to bore you at the end of the conference about the problems approaching by the Polish government and focusing on the challenges better, especially that it was my great privilege to have time to spend all of the sessions here, and I just admired most of the workshops which I attended. And looking for this presentation from the end, there is two sadnesses are coming to me. One is that it is ending, and second that it was not possible to attend all of these places mentioned here in the film. What the challenges in Poland, but also hearing from these conferences, workshops and meetings, the main thing I think is shortage of general practitioners. This shortage related to aging. I attended a workshop when it was presenting one family doctor from one of the country working still, having 91 years. So that's the challenge which we for sure have. Average in Poland is 55 years of the general practitioners, and we are focusing right now on the making attraction for the young doctors to take this population. About shortage, second thing is burnout. Also, we are approaching such a symptoms in Poland, and looking for the doctors who are working in the practice and willing to have the shorter time spending in the practices. So probably the challenge is not only for the replacing the position, but also reorganizing the scope of work or work inside. And third thing of this shortage is interest of family medicine and primary healthcare. And working in Poland since many years of coping to introduce family medicine in primary healthcare setting, we have very strong wave of the attraction for this discipline, especially in 90s, and after that it was rebound effect from the especially specialists and policymakers that the discipline was diminished. I hope also during thanks to this conference, such a meetings, we will have some more power to create attraction on that. There is no proper understanding about the role of primary healthcare, general practice of family medicine in the systems. I approached this especially during the Law Act put into the Parliament, when it was very difficult to convince that primary healthcare setting is for family physician mainly or only, and other disciplines, specialized disciplines, has a different role in the system. So more or less similar problems we approaching in these countries in the region, that we have to establish the proper understanding, especially allowing in healthcare system utilize or using properly the competence of general practitioners. Great presentation on the keynote speeches of different presenters, underlining the powerful of primary healthcare. And another thing which I would like to mention is trust for the doctor. And one of the presenters telling about the relation between the patient and his or her doctor, and trust on the explanation and taking the advisement. 23rd, 27th of September 1364 in Krakow was the meeting of kings in Europe, kings and rulers in those time. The meeting was established in the very very easy to understand or to remember name in Wierzynek. Wierzynek is now a restaurant, and for those of you who couldn't find this place, which is still acting, it's an invitation to come again. And the meeting for me was very important in the Polish history because of starting point of 400 years of glory of not only Poland, but this part of Europe. We achieved here the binational kingdom, multinational state, multinational country. Nevertheless, in these ages was some disturbances, also wars and so on. But the prestige for 400 years, I think, is challenge for another right now important meeting in my memory, 23rd, 27th of May 2018 in Krakow. It's a meeting of dragons, and that meeting I hope will have such an influence for the primary healthcare and family medicine, not only for Poland, but also for Europe. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister Król. I would like to express our appreciation for your interesting talk. And now I would like to invite Anna Stavdal, the president of WONCA Europe, and Anna will present WONCA Awards and Scholarship.
Good afternoon. I'm here with Mehmet Ungan, the President-elect of WONCA Europe, and we will now hand over 1 award and 2 scholarships. I will also take the opportunity to tell you that 8 years ago, our friendship started in Krakow. We attended the first WONCA Europe Executive Board meeting, and we were sitting together looking at each other wondering, what have we done? And here we are. Okay. First of all, I will thank the juries who have really spent a lot of energy and concentration on the election process of the winners we now will present. The Five-Star Doctor Award is a global institution, and each region nominates a candidate, and then we can also nominate candidate for the global Five-Star Doctor, but right now we are on the European level. What are the 5 stars? The Five-Star Doctor shall be a care provider, a decision maker, a communicator, a community leader, and a team member. And he or she shall be exquisite in all these dimensions. The winner had quite a competition, but we are sure that we really got a 5-star doctor. And I'm very happy to invite to the stage Louis Ferrand from Belgium. It's true.
Okay.
And we come here for a photo.
Okay. Dear President, dear Mehmet, the future President, dear colleagues, when I heard that my country proposed me as the 5-star doctor, first I was surprised, then very honored, and finally I tried to understand. I have to admit, I have in primary care, but also in academic world, not only in Belgium, but apparently also in Europe, a lot of friends, and no or not much enemies, as I think. So, but obviously, this is not enough to win the award. Besides this confession, I'll tell you a secret. You gave me, through this award, a second youth. Because, indeed, according to the rules, the 5-star doctor award has to be given to a middle-age career doctor. Trust me, I'm grateful for this gift of an extra 20 years of work for and believe in a better world for children born in poverty and emotional deprivation, especially those whose both parents never found work and probably, unfortunately, never will. My basic idea was, and still will be, create little islands of care and cure where comprehension and care can lead to more equity and respect for diversity. I hope with this award to continue to convince the politicians that equity in the health system, but also in the socio-economic world, is in the end the only option for the whole society, as Professor Sarah Willems stated yesterday in her keynote. She, Professor Paul van Rooyen from the Antwerp University and his team, my family, my team in the primary care in Brussels, and many others sustained me in my efforts. My efforts were this to bring in practice your ideas for a better world through a daily commitment to people in search of health, happiness and identity. I thank them and you all very much for this all, and wish to dedicate this award to Professor Malgosia Palka, a wonderful GP of this country, and also a dear WONCA friend of me who passed away in July 2017. I thank you.
Yes, you understand us. We got the right man. The Montagut Scholarship was set up by the American Academy. The aim is to encourage and enable young doctors to take part in international exchanges, for example, going to an international conference. We had many applicants this year. So again, we have a distinguished winner. And our sixth Montagut scholar, her name is Victoria Tkachenko, and she comes from Ukraine. Please, Victoria.
Dear Anna Stavdal, dear President-elect, dear colleagues, it's a big honor for me to be a Montagut Award winner this year, and I appreciate it very much. And this award for me means that you estimated my work and efforts in development of family medicine in Ukraine very high. And I am grateful to all of you, and especially to World WONCA President, Professor Amanda Ho, for her mentorship. Also to Professor Anna Stavdal, WONCA Europe President, and past WONCA Europe President, Job Metzmakers, for their support and advices in development of Ukraine. And also I would like to thank to EURACT and EQUIP groups, because they made us a lot of advices in our development and collaborate with Ukraine, especially to Professor Janko Kershnik, who passed away, to Professor Andrea Rochefort and Donata Korpas. And this award I would like to dedicate to my mentor and supervisor, Professor Lysenko, who was a WONCA Europe representative from Ukraine and WONCA World representative from Ukraine. He was past president of Ukrainian Association of Family Medicine, and unfortunately he also passed away, but I'm grateful to him and remember him. Thank you very much to all of you, and this great award really gives me a huge inspiration and spirit for my continuing professional development. Thank you very much.
Dear colleagues, now it's my turn to announce this scholarship program, and it was started in 2017 WONCA meeting, and we have been working with an idea of maintaining the continuity of the scholarships. It was before, you know, one by one we were just providing those scholars, and then the candidates would not be always continuing in WONCA environment. The idea was for the winner of the scholarship should continue for the next 3 years, at least up to 4 years, attending to all WONCA conferences, plus the networks, at least 1 or 2 networks, and each year to prepare a report, and also having a mentor together with the scholar. So our task was just making a scholarship committee, including me, president-elect, and Vasco da Gama representative, and 4 member colleges sent their delegates, and they were elected to be in the scholarship committee. There were more than 17 candidates. We started in 2 phases. One phase was quantitative evaluation. The second phase was qualitative evaluation. So after having the quantitative, we had 2 candidates at the end, and among those 2 candidates with an interview, we tried to choose the best candidate as the scholarship for this year. Just a note, each year this scholarship will be announced on January by the WONCA Europe Scholarship Committee. Now, this is my, I think, pleasure to announce the winner of this year, Ana Luisa. Are you here? Ana Luisa Neves. It's my honor to provide it to you. We have been working for a long time together.
Thank you. Family medicine is also about improvisation. It was difficult to say this time of the day on the conference, but I have a surprise for you, or it's not my surprise, but it is my privilege to announce it. Many of you will know about the WONCA Europe networks, but not all of you. And so I will just repeat, we have a network for rural health, EUREPA. EUREPA will hold a forum, the 8th forum in Israel between the 14th and 16th of November 2018, this year. And I know it's not here on this note, but I know there are very favorable fees for young doctors. You should come. EUREPA had a lottery during this conference. A lottery for a free registration. And the main theme for the conference is the challenge of the vulnerable and aging populations in rural medicine. The lottery has a winner, And the winner is Inés Coutinho Oliveira de Lima Madanello. Are you here? Yes. Yes. She jumps to the stage. Yeah, you can. Yeah. No. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And we'll meet in Europa.
In Europa.
You have no diploma, but you have a group of witnesses here, so you can take them up on that. Thank you so much, and an applause to the winners.
Mrs. President, Mr. President-elect, thank you very much, and we are going to next item of the conference. Now there will be Vasco da Gama Awards. So I'm asking Dr. Nina Monteiro and Dr. Vera Silva. Now I would like to hand over to you.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for this opportunity. We would like to start, as you all know, this journey started before the WONCA conference, as have been said, with our WONCA pre-conference from Vasco da Gama. And parallel to the working being done by all the colleagues participating, there was also the meeting for Vasco da Gama European Council, where we had elections. So it is my pleasure to announce that we have two new persons in our executive from Vasco da Gama, Julia Artini, who will be the next police officer, and your own Katarina Nessel, who is our now president-elect. So congratulations to both of them. So now, time for our awards, and before announcing the winners, we would like to thank WONCA Europe, without which support we won't be able to be given these prizes, and also to the juries, who have been a very hard task in choosing the winners from a very well prepared and amazing group of participants. So thank you very much. We'll be starting with the exchange winners for this year. Traditionally, we have two prizes for the best exchange made in a both urban and rural setting. Our winner for the Hippocrates Award was Catriona Graham from the UK, who did an exchange in the Netherlands and couldn't be here because had to catch an early flight. And for the Carosino Award, the winner is Pedro from Portugal, who did an exchange in Greece.
Now we're going to move on for the Junior Researcher Award. The Junior Researcher Award aims to support our young doctors to engage their researchers in primary care. This year we had 3 finalists, and the grand winner is Patrick O'Donnell from Ireland with the project measuring and operationalization social exclusion in the context of primary health care. this conference, those are the two finalists. We'll thank you them for their project. They were also really interesting. Alice from Italy and Claire from Greece. Now we're moving on to our lottery. The VDGM Fund is a fund that aims to support young doctors to attend our events. During this conference, we've been able to fundraise to this fund by donations to lottery tickets and badges. Here, during these days, we were able to collect 1,291 euros. I would like to thank you, all of you that have donated to this fund. Oh, but I see some sad faces. Haven't you donated? You still can't. There's still time. Don't be sad. So now we are going to move on to our lottery. We will have 3 winners. We'd like to thank the HOK Bratislava for giving the prizes. The first prize will be a free entrance for the pre-conference in Bratislava 2019. I would like to ask Nina help for this. The first ticket will go to Elvira Enzik from the Netherlands. Now the next 2 prizes will be free entrance for the social events for the pre-conference in Bratislava. And the winner is Hans D. from the Netherlands too. And the last one will be Maria Wendler from Austria. The last moment we have for you will be a moment we would like to share. During the pre-conference, we had young doctors working hard, proving that GPs are more than a specialist. And they would like to share with you a message. So please feel free to sing along with us and enjoy. Thank you so much.
So, music please.
Imagine all the people living healthy lives. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us. Between GPs and other specialists, no risk for burnout or depression. I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and healthcare will be as one. Woo-hoo!
So, young doctors, Vasco da Gama, thank you very much. And we are going to next item. Now we have the best oral and poster presentation of 23rd WONCA Europe conference. So I will ask Professor Sławomir Chlabic to present the winners.
Dear colleagues, so I think there are 2 more awards, only 2 more left, so the last chance to win. As you know, there were more than 250 oral presentations and more than 600 poster presentations, and we had to choose just 2, so I'm afraid that we are going to leave many people disappointed. Anyway, the award for the best oral presentation goes to presentation given by Sylvian Licher, who presented development and validation of dementia risk prediction models in the general population, the Rotterdam Dementia Risk Scores. Okay, so the applause for the winner. Is there anybody from the team with us? If not, we'll send the award. And this is really the last chance. The certificate and the award for the best poster presentation. And this goes to Barbara Chavez, Patients Without a Family Doctor, Where is Equity? Do we have a winner with us?
Thank you. So, congratulations for winner, Professor Chlabic. Thank you very much. And I think that now I will show you a small performance. I have a card decks with me. There are cards here. Can I have a focus? So no focus. I don't know who was the... Is there a focus? Okay, so fine. So I'm choosing one of the card. Do you know? Can you see? What is this? Fine, okay. 10 diamonds. So I think that family doctors are not very good card players, so I'm beating this, I'm crushing these cards, and I'm doing this in such a way. And now, what will happen? Let's see. Could I have a focus, please? There is a focus. Who knows what it is? This is a prescription, a family doctor prescription from Poland. So why did I show this performance? Is not only to relate this closing session to the opening session, but it is also to present, to express information or even a message. And this is a message for all magicians in Europe and also for politicians in some country. We know your tricks, we know how you do this, and please remember that family doctors and general practitioners are not only dragons, but we can also be magicians if it is necessary, but every day we practice evidence-based medicine. And now we are going to last presentations. The next conferences are coming. We are meeting in October in Seoul, next year in Bratislava, and after that in Berlin. I would like to ask representatives of Seoul conference, is anybody here? If not, yeah. Do we have a representative? No. So we'll present a movie related to this conference.
Hi everybody, 안녕하세요. The WONCA 2018 Seoul Conference will surely give us an opportunity to share our ideas and thoughts of the future of family medicine.
We are gearing up to make the WONCA 2018 the best conference ever. Welcome to Seoul, Korea. Have good experience and enjoy the harmony of 5,000-year history and scientific advance in Korea. Please join the WONCA 2018 Seoul Conference. Thank you.
So thanks, Korean organizers, for this presentation. And now I would like to ask representatives of conference in Slovakia, in Bratislava.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Michaela Machachová. I am Vice President of the Slovak Society of General Practice and President of 24th WONCA Europe conference in Bratislava. It's my pleasure to be in here. First, let me congratulate the Polish colleagues, you did excellent conference. It would be a challenge for us. And I have one question, or I would like to know how did you, or how you worked that, how did you have excellent weather, you know, because we would like to have also excellent weather, excellent conference and excellent weather too. Maybe Professor Windiak tells me the secret. On behalf of our society, I would like to invite to Bratislava in the next year for the 24th WONCA Europe conference, which will be held first time in Slovakia. Bratislava is capital city. It's a small, cozy and safe city, close to Vienna and Budapest. Bratislava is the city of many names and interesting facts. City has a long and proud history, as you can see. Two airports are serving the city. One of the airports is International Airports in Bratislava and other is International Airports in Vienna. It offers easy access for all participants from over the world. We prepared for you a conference venue which is situated between River Danube and historical city center and consists from 3 buildings which are around small square. Everything is within easy reach, maximum 2 minutes walking distance. The first is the Slovak National Theatre, Congress Hotel Sheraton, and the last one, Cinema City Eurovea, around small square close to River of Danube. The scientific committee, host organizing committee and pre-conference committee are preparing an exciting program for you. You can looking forward for 6 keynote lectures, oral presentations, workshops, posters, 1 slide 5-minute presentations, traditional Czech-Slovak day, and skills labs, and visit practice as well. On February this year, host organizing committee, our society, and representative of Garant Professional Conference Organization had a first time meeting, and we have started to work on conference. Let me show you important dates about abstract, about online registration. Everything you can find on Facebook page and website page, which are available now for you. are looking forward to see you next year in Bratislava. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much. And now we are going to presentation about WONCA Europe conference in Berlin.
Hello, I'm Erika Baum, head of the Society of Germany of General Practitioners and Family Medicine, and I want to make just a short introduction about the 25th WONCA Europe conference, which will be held in Berlin. The theme will be Core Values of Family Medicine, Threats and Opportunities. And the date will be by the end of June in 2020. It will be in the City Cube in Berlin, and we will have also innovative session formats like engaging delegates. Easy English will be the official language, and we are suggesting a lot of topics, but you are invited to give your own ideas for this conference, so we are open to your ideas and your suggestions. The conference highlights will be involvement of patients and nurses, clinical monitors, especially teamwork in general practice will be an important theme, and of course we will include the WONCA Europe networks and special interest groups with their own sessions and with their suggestions. And we want to share international experiences on hot topics like family medicine, positions in healthcare systems, task shifting in primary care in the next years, call centers and e-health, emergency medicine and healthcare utilization, financial constraints, and we will do this without pharma support. The venue will be in City Cube in Berlin, a large venue. We can host all the sessions in this venue, and it is on the metro line, it is in the wider city center, and it has great access to hotels and touristic attractions. And why Berlin? Berlin is really a vibrant, multicultural, cosmopolitan metropolis, and especially the history with the bridging between former Eastern and Western Europe, and with monuments that make you feel something like Brandenburg Gate, which was opened when the wall fell down and we got closer together and we could move throughout Europe from this moment on. There is a lot of inspiration and entertainments. We have a lot of museums and galleries and other interesting points there. It is a connected and affordable city. English is widely spoken. We have an extensive system of public transport and an excellent infrastructure to host the 25th WONCA Europe conference in 2020. So see you in Berlin, and also thank you for this wonderful conference here. Next year I will present you some more details.
Thank you very much for invitations. So now we are going to last part of this session. Anna, would you mind taking closing remarks, please?
I will, with pleasure. Everything must come to an end, even a WONCA Europe conference. These days in Krakow have been an adventure, starting out with a successful pre-conference for the young doctors organized by the Vasco Gama movement. Thank you so much. Dear Adam and Tomasz, is Adam here?
Yes.
Yes, Adam, why don't you step up? we all feel so well taken care of by you here. You have created such a friendly and kind atmosphere. And as you yourself could see on the video we saw to start with, so many happy and concentrated faces. You have combined the modern times, this conference center. I know you haven't created all by yourself, but you have a part in it, with Polish folklore, personally highly appreciated. And again, with the kindness which has made us feel at home. I'm bringing greetings also from the WONCA World President, Amanda Howe. But first of all, right now, I'm thanking you on behalf of WONCA Europe. You have to share the present. It is a copy, a print of a vintage map of Krakow. Here you can see, you can't see the details, but you can. You can just remain here with me, and now because I'm about to close the conference actually. But before I do that, I'll also add, you know, this conference has been streamed, modern times. So on behalf of all of us here and those who now have left, I will send a message home to say to the people waiting for us at home, to say, we're soon coming home and we have had a great time. So give a hand to our people back home. And that was actually a special message back to my home, because I know my husband is watching right now and he sends his greetings. Okay, I said that everything must come to an end. This conference is closed, it is over. Long live WONCA Europe conference. See you in Bratislava.
So, Anna, thank you very much. I would also like to thank all participants, all speakers of this conference. I would like to thank my colleagues, especially Adam Windak, Slavomir Chlabic. They were chairs of Scientific Committee and International Advisory Committee. And I would like to express special thanks to our professional conference organizer. This is a Polish company. The name is ZIS-C. And Magda Wilanowska coordinated all this work, so Magda, special thanks for you. So thank you for your coming. The conference is closed. Have a safe journey to your country, or if you are staying in Poland, have a nice stay. Thank you very much.